Well, what do you know? It is a new city builder that we have here to check out. Anyway, I'm Orbital Potato. Let's jump in. This is quite an interesting city builder in the sense that it is one of those where you have a sort of daytime phase and then you have a nighttime phase. Right. We start with a couple of troops over here, which is grand. We also start with 5 poles right here. We also start with a whole bunch of different options down at the bottom of the screen here. Now, what we are going to be doing is effectively we're going to be making a choice, in this case, between a farm and a stone gift. We're going to make a choice between these two things, and we are going to build out a kingdom just like that. If we choose not to take anything, we can sell the pair for 10 gold, 10 wood, and 10 stone. Our resources are parked very comfortably up in the top left-hand corner. We currently have a population of 7, which is grand, and then, of course, we've got our big old castle right in the center here, and if it's over, if it's destroyed, then it's over. So we really want to try and avoid that. Either way, we will build a farm right over there. We'll probably try and get ourselves an additional swordsman. I'll unpause so that that can all happen. There we go. We've got our builder, our extra swordsman. A house. This is going to increase my maximum number of villagers. I will absolutely do that. And we're going to see if we can try and build ourselves another farm. Brilliant. A wood gift or a house. I think we'll take another house, quite frankly. Brilliant. And any more villagers that I potentially want to nab? No, I think we'll just want to get an additional swordsman. We'll get one more farm, just for good measure. We'll take a food gift of 5. Very important stuff. And then, sure, we'll take some gold. What the heck? And we'll finish it off with a timber post parked right about over there. Now, before we finish the day and head on over into the evening time, we need to assign our villagers. Our villagers can work, well, wherever we want them to. And, in fact, if I had the opportunity, I would probably have picked up an additional one. But that is fine. We'll get our 3 villagers assigned, and they are all sitting comfortably. 2 are working on the farm. Great, they're going to be able to produce some food. We've also got somebody who's working at the timber post. They are going to produce wood, as you can probably imagine. And that is going to do it for the day. We click finish the day, and then we will magically arrive at nighttime after a brief little weird fast-forward thing. Nighttime has arrived. What does nighttime bring for us? Well, it brings a battle, and in fact, it's going to be a battle this evening anyway, on 2 different fronts. We only have 5 soldiers, so we need to be somewhat careful about where we choose to engage here. I think we'll probably choose to split our troops up into 2 different command groups. We can have a command group 1, command group 2. Probably makes sense that I have a... Yeah, it probably makes sense that I have a slightly larger grouping over here. But we'll start the battle and then sort of just roll with it. We also have this this opportunity to conduct a strike, which I'm not really anticipating will... well, we can use it, but I don't think it's really going to matter altogether too much. It looks like, in terms of the first wave, we've managed to deal with them relatively easily. I've used... maybe a little bit prematurely there, a strike to try and destroy one of the stragglers. But that's fine. And in fact, let's just loop these troops back up to there and deploy that in the maximum area that we can get the best bang for the buck. Not really anticipating any super challenging enemies over the course of the first evening. But there we go. We can do a little bit of extra stuff just to make the difference. And is that the last grouping of enemies? It is indeed. Brilliant. Okay, that's looking good. Altar of the Fallen. When a soldier falls in battle, their spirit may be drawn here. More altars improve the chance of resurrection. Ooh, okay, I will take that. I will absolutely take that. And we should probably put this near the front line, I'm thinking. That's pretty decent. More farms. More farms. I think so. Each villager consumes 1 unit of food per day, so we have a draw rate of what is that, 12 per day, which is fine. Definitely the farm is probably more important, and a villager Swordsman, yep. A timber post. Another timber post? Do we need another timber post? I mean, we're actually totally fine for wood. I guess gold, maybe, because we don't have a way to generate gold at the present moment. I can sort of flick through here and have a little look, so that might be something prudent to do, because if we get, for example, a gold vein, then maybe we can deprioritize the gold gifts. That's something to consider. Crossbowman, yes, and also, a stone pit. Although I'm not really using stone for anything, so I'm going to take a crossbowman. And probably a house just in anticipation of sort of future building. And another house over there. And probably another swordsman. Yeah, I'm reasonably happy with how that's turned out. We have 4 villagers to assign today. I think that will take us roughly to full utilization of all of our villagers. Yeah. Okay, I mean, that's a reasonably good grouping, to be honest, over the course of day number 2. We got 10 days to survive here on this specific scenario thing. Okay, yeah, let's go to the evening. There's literally nowhere else that we can put our villagers, is there? No. So, yeah, let's go to the evening. All right, and as the villagers crawl back into the, well, I guess their houses, then we can look to the battle. Right. You know what? I think we'll just start it. I'm reasonably comfortable with this situation. Crossbowman, yep, let's get you over here. And we'll do a little strike action. Brilliant. Crossbowman, there we go. Amazing. Yeah, there are, like, physical defenses which we can get up and running, and that is definitely something that I want to do. But for now, we're just having to do a little bit of sort of micromanagement here, just to make sure that everybody... Oh, Crossbowman's going to be attacked. I don't imagine that's going to go overly too well for him, but that's fine. Yeah, I think this is a pretty decent sort of setup. Definitely good to sort of focus on when they cluster. Let's get you to go and attack over here. Thank you. There we go. Get you to bring it over here. Yeah, definitely good, because when they cluster, we can get some good strike action. Amazing. Oh, these are some advanced troopers over here. We're gonna need to intervene. These are archer things. Yeah, one of our dudes died, and I'm gonna divert you over to here. There we go. Head on over there. Oh, there's one person still living. Well, let's take this opportunity to perhaps try and destroy the back line. Okay, I think we can finish these guys off with a strike. Beautiful. And also, yeah, the castle. The castle attacks as well, which is quite nice. A wandering merchant arrives at the city gates offering to trade wood, stone, and gold for provisions. His caravan seemed well stocked, and this deal could secure food for your people. How much are you willing to trade? Quite a lot, actually, because I don't really have any use cases of anything right now. So, yeah, I will quite happily sort of trade away all of that stuff and instead yoink a little bit of food. Right, we got 4 villagers. Gold gift, food gift. Wall resources, a small set of resources to help build a city wall. Yes, please. Oh, fantastic. Right, choose which wall to build. It's gotta be this one, right? It's gotta be this one, sure. Timber post, yeah, probably want to be nabbing an additional timber post. It's not exactly ideal. Another altar of the fallen, superb. Take it. House, yep, over everything else. A farm, another farm. Yeah, we'll put another farm in here. I'm saving this space right in the center for something which I know has the potential to be coming down the line, which is the farm or the mill, whatever it is that gives me some bonuses. I need some more. Yeah, I need some more units. Definitely need more units. Take another Do I need another villager? I actually don't need another villager, do I? Because 1 timber post, 1 farm, that's 2 villagers, we've got 5. Stone pit, I guess I'll take for the first time here. And another farm, yep. That will take me close to my total utilization. Gold and swordsman, I think. Yeah, so that does use up a lot of my gold. But frankly, I'm a-okay with that. Right. Have I overdone it a little bit? No, I'm totally fine. That's good. That's full utilization of all of my villagers, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm reasonably comfortable with that. Let's get everybody moved into a sort of decent position. Beautiful. There's a lovely gate there. Fantastic. And also bring down my 2 additional units. Now, what I really want to do is I really want to separate these units onto Control Group 1. Let's get half of the crew, what's that, 4, onto Control Group 2, and the other half onto Control Group 3. So that's just a little bit easier for me to respond in real time. And honestly, my management phase has taken up most of the time of day 3, but we'll skip forward and see what we are going to be confronting over the course of the evening. Right. I don't know what's coming, but I suspect that these are some bad boys, and some big bad boys at that, because it's only 3 of them, or 2 of them in this case. Right, well, we'll have to sort of lay things out like this until we can sort of see and respond. Yeah, this is kind of what I was worried about. Okay, turns out they are getting absolutely destroyed. The Shadow Golem. Okay, fantastic. Control Group 1, respond. Move up here. In anticipation for enemies coming out of this portal. In fact, actually, move everyone across there. And little strikey strike. Don't mind if I do. Okay. Turns out the Shadow Golems absolutely suck. Absolutely suck. 18 remaining food. I think that is okay. We'll be fine for the day, assuming that we have a little bit of inbuilt production, which I think is pretty safe to say. Right, another Altar of the Fallen. These things are going to be quite frequent, I think, by all accounts. Sure, just keep on piling them forward. Wall resources, yes, please. I am super interested in wall resources. Something I should note is that this costs 60 wood. It's quite a large investment. You know, I feel like I want to... I feel like the right decision is maybe this, but I feel like if I just wall off this entire area successfully, then we just don't have to worry about it as much, which is kind of nice. Farm, yep, we'll take another farm. A house. I'm still not really near capacity, but I think that's all right. Crossbowman, yep, yoink that. A gold mine. Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Okay, can I build this anywhere? I'll try and sort of keep things separate, I guess, then. So we got gold, stone, wood, food. A spell fragment. A fragment of a spell that unlocks a powerful blazing wall of fire to combat enemies. Absolutely. Crossbowman is good, but the spell fragment is better. Like, come on. Also, I can equip villagers, like, now. And if I equip them during the active phases, then we might be able to yoink a little bit of extra gold out of this gold mine. Oh, and that requires 2 villagers. Okay, that's definitely worth noting. See, there we go. We just got 7 gold from our gold vein, so that is a nice little bonus. I'm gonna take the spell fragment regardless, quite frankly. Looks like we need 3 spell fragments in order to complete it. An Eagle's Sight extends tower range by 10%, strengthens your defenses. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to take that. And we are going to spend 40 gold on it. 40 gold on it. 40 wood. Do we build the thing? No. Doesn't look like we do. Not quite sure how that works. A tower. I am super interested in a tower. The problem really is that I don't have the resources for it. I don't have the resources for it. I might just squeak them through if we give it enough time, but I need... The problem is the stone. The problem is the stone more than anything, and we only have 1 individual doing the stone extraction. So I'm going to take the swordsman, take the crossbowman, and I'm afraid that's gonna be that. Yeah. It says finish the day. Well, What? This has got to be a bug. There's no way. There's no way that the day goes on that much longer, right? Seriously? It's got to be a bug. Okay, I'm going to restart the day. We'll see where that leaves us. Okay, you know what? Ended up playing it back. I can now build a tower. I will unapologetically use a game bug in order to further my own ambition. Give me a gold gift, and then we'll do a swordsman here. All right, let's see if that is... Oh, yeah, let's... Do we need to assign villagers? We don't need to assign villagers there. I do need to assign a villager there. Also need to assign a villager over here. There were some differences with regards to the buildings, but frankly, I think most of it all ended up working out pretty similar. We've still got the 3 altars. I'm really happy that I ended up building this wall now, to be honest. That is looking great. Right. Do I not have a secondary crossbowman? Apparently not. I do have a secondary crossbowman. What the heck were you doing over there? Right. So control group 2, control group 3. Let's get you all into control group 3. We'll get these guys to stand outside. I don't think that we can put anyone in the tower. I think the tower just does its thing. So let's just sort of try with this. Remember, we're working on that sort of secondary spell, which is quite nice. Maybe I should be fighting in slightly closer proximity to the tower. But, I mean, frankly, I don't think it matters. This wall is really nice as well. Yeah, we're going to need to get you to come down here. There we go. And control group, what is that, 2? Yeah, get stuck in there. Get stuck in there. Stuck in there, everyone. Beautiful. And you guys can come try and take out the shadow golem over there. To make sure that we're yoinking down the back lines first. That is the most important thing. Is that it? There's 4 more enemies that are due to be attacking us. Well, let's have at ye. Brilliant. And I'll use my strike card, Shadow Archers. I've already discovered Shadow Archers, haven't I? I think I have. Okay, good. A pretty decent day, all things considered. Right, this time I'm going to do something sensible. I'm going to look through, and I'm going to see if I can try and find the good stuff. Look at that. A sword arena. 40 gold, 50 wood, and 40 stone. Right, well, we've just hit the 40 stone, which is great, but this is going to allow us to assign villagers to create sword-wielding soldiers. I will take that. I'm going to put this on the front line. It feels like a sort of combat building, so let's do it. Spell fragment, it's got to be. There we go. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Is that what Meatloaf said? A quarry. I'm interested. We need 50 wood. We're just a shade away from that, and actually, I think we just hit it, so there we go. Yeah, let's get a quarry for additional stone. There is going to be a little bit of a heavy blade champion. We need 30 of each, which means we need a little bit more wood. But we got plenty of time to get that. Another tower. Okay, there's a lot of good stuff coming through. And a lumberjack hut. I think it's only fair. If I've got a gold vein, I've got a quarry, I need to get a lumberjack hut, quite frankly. And we require stone to do it, so... I want to get the heavy blade champion, though. It's 30, 30, 30. A knight with high health and strong attack revives instantly at the castle gate. I mean, that's such a bonus, right? That's such a bonus. Gold vein. Don't really care for the gold vein. Wall resources. I'd really love to get the wall resources, but I can't make that happen. Stone gift. Gold gift. I'm going to take the villager. Take the villager. I'd love to get the tower. I'd love to get the wall resources. The wall resources are probably the most valuable thing here. Maybe after the lumberjack hut, though. Let's get the lumberjack hut built. I mean, I don't have to use everything. It feels good to use everything. I'm not gonna get the wall resources, am I? I don't think so. Let's get you assigned. Let's get you assigned. We'll do our darndest, but there's no... I mean, the food gift is free. We'll take that. We're not going to build a house anyway, so that's fine. The stone gift, I'll take the stone gift. Wall resources is 60. Spend that. A tower, I would love to build a tower. I would love to build wall... There we go. Wall resources. Get it done. Get it done. Brilliant. Now, are you going to be able to do the building before the close of the business day? I don't know. I don't know how that works. That is a darn frustrating thing. But we got our knight. Okay, that was a day of great frustrations. We also didn't even put any points into our sword arena thingy here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Honestly, let's maybe try and move the bulk of our forces over to this area. I'm not really altogether too worried about... Here we go. Get stuck in over there. Stuck in over there. You get stuck in over here. Strike down a little bit. There we go. Help out. This spawn point should be neatly dealt with by the tower. What the heck are these things? Okay, fire wraths. They burn enemies all around in a wide circle. Right, that's a nasty little thing. But that's okay. Still need to get the knight probably into a more offensive position. Somehow. Because he takes about 1 billion years to move anywhere. Also doesn't look like he's doing much swiping. Or attacking, or anything for that matter. Right, we'll move you guys over there and destroy the fire rat. My dudes are going to die. My dudes are absolutely going to die. Knight, you go over here. If they don't die, it's going to be a very, very close run thing. Yeah, I think we might end up losing some troops over the course of the evening. Oh, get away, get away, get away, get away. Engage with the knight, thank you. Okay, yeah, we definitely ended up losing at least one. At least one troop. Maybe a second. No, we got the second back. So, okay, I think we lost 2 troops. I think that's it. Oh. All right. Well, that was a brutal time. We got 4 villagers to spend some points on. Please tell me that I can get myself another... Yeah, there we go. That's what we need. We need more wall resources. We're going to get that in just a second. The spell fragment is cool. Unlocks the ability of towers to shoot fire arrows. I really want the ability to shoot fire arrows. We're getting a lot of good stuff now, actually. A lumberjack hut is maybe not the craziest thing that I could choose to spend my cash on. I want to get the wall of fire. Absolutely need to upgrade that. Wall resources, let's just get that finished whilst I have the resources in stock. I think I want to get the crossbow arena. And to be fair, we can do that very easily. We need a tiny little bit more wood. So now it's a case of assigning villagers into here, which means that if we have any spare villagers, which is what I would very much like to have over the course of the evening, let's get a farm. Let's get a farm. I've not really pushed my food production much. Villager, I'd love to spend villager, but not at the expense of a tower. Although, we're going to get another tower anyway through that. Swordsman, lumberjack hut, house. Unfortunately, we need to compromise there. Yeah. The Whisper of Nixra. Offer a tribute? Sure. I'll offer a tribute. I'll absolutely offer a tribute. That's fine. You know what? I'll sell these. That's going to give me a little bit of extra cash. The gold mine is probably overkill at this point. We got plenty of gold. The tower is definitely what I want to be getting. And we want to be getting that right over there. Anything else? Another tower or a villager? A stone pit or a stone gift? Stone pit is probably overkill. We got 2 stone pits and a stone quarry, so we're going to take the stone gift because that's free. And then it's a straight choice between a swordsman and a gold mine. I think it's got to be the swordsman. And then it's a straight choice between the villager and the tower. Now, my villagers are... I mean, after we get that farm filled, they're all accounted for. So we want to be throwing them into either crossbow or swordsman. I don't know if they're different. They look very similar. I'm going to take another tower. You know what? I think a tower is going to be more useful in the long run. Maybe waited just a smidgen too late in order for this to get built. If this tower was able to get built before evening wrapped up, that would be great. And indeed it was. Marvelous. Okay. So I don't know if there's any sort of difference between my villager trained crossbowman and my villager trained swordsman. In fact, I think they're pretty much exactly the same. What I do know is that this knight is flipping useless. In fact, if I double click the crossbowman, yeah, so that gives me. Whoa, man, we have issues. We have real issues here. You know what? Let's have the heavies and that over there. You guys go over here. Right, so you and you together. You'll be control group 2. You'll be control group 3. Control group 1 is my crossbowman. Okay. Let's have a little look. Okay, we got the wall of fire now as well. Ooh, birds are only attackable by ranged units. And a wall of fire. I'm very curious to use that. The birds are doing a lot of damage, actually, but thankfully I had the foresight to put in place a tower. We've got 95 enemies to go through here. Okay. Wall of fire. Yes, absolutely love it. Look at all that damage. It's good. It's not quite the sort of level of concentrated damage that we need. You need to go over here. You need to go over here. And I need to strike right down in the center there. Okay, so we need to be very, very vigilant because now this area has lost its wall. But that's fine. Frankly, that's the point of the walls, right? And that was the big offensive. We went from 95 remaining enemies all the way down to 20. So they've thrown their bulk at the forces here. Let's get my responsive mobile anti-air unit dispatched to the scene, which is of course my crossbowman. Sounds a lot more fancy. Let's do a ring of fire over there. Johnny Cash will be proud. Beautiful. Let's get you down here. The ring of fire is looking good, actually. In fact, that did a lot of damage. I think that was just one swordsman that did all of the damage there. Some of the villagers died of famine. Aha. That is a problem. That is a real problem. We need to be super attuned to the fact that we now no longer have enough food production. How much food production do we need? Total remaining production. 22 for a total of 28. So we need to increase our food somehow, or there's going to be issues. Wall resources. Yes, I would very much like that. Let's replace this section with stone walls. Good. And harvest health. Slightly increases the health of farms permanently. I mean, sure. Oh, it's just a straight sort of modifier. Oh, and then I guess the repair, the builder boy comes across and does the repairs over there. That's fine. Is there any food that I can take as a little, like, food gift? I kind of need it, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Crossbowman. I'm gonna take crossbowman. Yep. I'm gonna take another crossbowman. Yep. Swordsman. Food. Farm. Yep. Absolutely going to do that. Don't want to take another villager because I'm already going to be very, very strained. Very strained. I think we might legitimately have some problems in terms of just being able to survive. But you know what? If I get a tower over here, yeah? Well, actually, let's put it over here, because there was a big offensive over on this side. There might be a big offensive over here now. Right, stone pit, wood gift. Wood gift, I guess, is better than the gold. I'll take the opportunity to build a gold mine, but I don't think I'll fill it right now. I'll then get all filled with crossbowmen, and I'll get that farm up and running as well. Okay, that's quite the day. A very, very day. I think we're going to have some famine tomorrow. That would be my guesstimation. Very unfortunately, I don't think that there is much that we can do about it. I think it's just one of these things that we're just gonna have to. I think we're just gonna have to lump it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Right. Anti-air brigade has got a bunch of additional people. Let's do that. That assigned over there. You're fine there. You're control group 2. You're going to be control group 3. Here. Excellent. And we'll get you to move out over to this area. Right. Actually, you can stay there. Oh, we need another person. Yeah, we got one more person free. Right. You're going to stay here. Crossbowman, you're gonna kind of like hover on this point. Okay. And you can help out. You can help out with this big... Oh, my lordy. There we go. Immediately deploy all of our spells. I'm figuring that this group is going to be easier to take care of because we've got the crossbowman. We're going to split the crossbowman up now. We're going to move you out there, and we're going to move you over here. That's slightly imbalanced, but it's okay. I know for a fact that we're going to have birds at some point, and now we need to be responsive to the fact that there are going to be 2 groups of birds. Ooh, that is nasty. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Oh my giddy ant. We're gonna lose. We're gonna lose them. Okay, Ring of Fire right over here. Yeah, we have got some problems. But it's fine, though. It's fine. Still birds. Birds are still inbound. We still got 28 enemies remaining. Some golems. Honestly, a little bit of a blessing because, frankly, I don't think they're that challenging to deal with. We'll maybe see if we can try and deal with them entirely remotely. The golem's going to go down. Yeah, look at this. I mean, look, who even cares if it takes out the wall, right? Literally doesn't matter. A group of 4 archers and a tower can take it out. Easy. Love to see it. Right, you need to go back over here because we've got birds coming in. I am so ready for this. Can I strike birds? I can strike birds. Okay. That's kind of cool. It's really the speed that kind of worries me about the birds. But everything else is fine, actually. I'm very relaxed about them in general. Right, strike. We should be basically using that off cooldown. Ring of Fire will do as well. A little bit of a longer cooldown, but frankly, it's okay. Some of your villagers died of famine. 5 soldiers. Oof. A builder's house? I mean, I would like a builder's house, but I don't have enough food at the moment, so I'm stretched thin. Okay. We're gonna get some more farms, I guess. We're gonna get loads more farms. We don't have a choice. We have no choice. Anything else interesting in the build order? Yes, I would love to pay 50 wood. I guess I've got more wood than anything else. Stone, we'll replace that bit. Villager, probably worth most. Swordsman, tower, absolutely. Get the tower over there. And remember, these towers now have Ignite Shot, which is pretty darn cool. Stone Gift, I'll take... House, I'll probably take. Yeah. And I mean, the builder's house is new, right? But I don't care about another builder. I don't think we need another builder. I think I need the food. That's the tragedy. Right, get the 2 villagers assigned over yonder. Is that everything? I mean, we got a gold mine that's free, but I really don't care about that, to be honest. Do I want to unequip some people? I mean, yeah, I can unequip some people, but I mean, it's not going to make any difference because it's not like we're magically going to be able to find some more food, which is a bit of a shame. It does mean that I can have some more crossbowmen, though, which is kind of good, and we should also probably get a few more swordsmen, just for good measure. Either way, are we actually going to be food positive over the course of the evening? No, we're not, because I do not... Although, well, you never know. We might just survive. We might just survive. Okay. What is happening this evening? Let's get you assigned to Control Group 1. You can be here. You know what? I think this is a fine configuration. I think this is a fine configuration. Swordsman. Get you involved there. Beautiful. And strike him down. There we go. Good stuff. Oh, that's a very, very big number of baddies. Thankfully, we've got one swordsman that has stayed behind valiantly. And that will help us. Strike the birds down. I think we should have strategically placed archers in all locations to take the birds out. I am just worried. I mean, my soldiers, my army is just not good. I mean, we just do not have the food production to sustain it. That is what worries me. So yeah, when something like this happens, what can you do? What can you do? We need to be relying on the towers a heck of a lot more. We need to be relying on the fact that we have this, you know, we have this wall. Let's use it. Let's use it just to sort of tank up a few hits. If the wall ends up going down, I frankly don't care. I'm just gonna, there we go, occasionally throw a strike, save the wall of fire for when there's a really large group of troops. This is fine, actually. This is totally fine because these guys are useless. They are not very scary at all. I have like 3 troops positioned over here, like ready for the inevitable eventuality when I'm taken off guard. It's not actually happened yet, which is quite good. Oh, it's literally just happened. There we go. Okay. But you know what? Because I've invested in spells, I can get that wall of fire down. And suddenly, 3 troops feels like 300. It's pretty good. Okay. Where are they going to come from next? Oh, you love to see it. These golems, honestly, they're just so easy. They're so easy to destroy. So easy to destroy. Also, that knight, yeah, he instantly responds. So he is actually pretty darn overpowered. He should always be, you know, very firmly in the mix. Yeah, so let's get you into there. Ring of Fire is at the ready, and the strike is at the ready as well. And this is just a kill zone. Look at that. That is amazing. Really good. Okay, there's only 16 enemies left. Let's see if we can try and get some other troops involved in the operations. Just stragglers now, I think. Do lose about 4 troops. That will be reduced to 3. Wow, we actually managed to not starve everyone over the course of this evening. That was quite good. Well done me, I suppose. Anything else that we want to be picking up? Wall resources. Absolutely bet your bottom dollar I want to be picking up wall resources. Wonder if we can get gold walls. A swift hammer. Sure. I mean, we have so many resources, we might as well. You know what? It's probably a farm. Although, actually, is it? Maybe it's a swordsman. I think it's a swordsman. Yeah. I think it's pretty much swordsman all the way down. Definitely a tower. Probably over here. Probably another tower. That would be, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side. 1, 2, 3 on this side. So, yeah. 4th over there. Good. Wood gift, gold vein. Sell it, I guess. Sell it. Yeah, fine. Villagers assigned. Did we actually build anything new? No, we didn't. I still am fine for gold, so I'm not going to bother putting any resources into there. I think we just want 3 more crossbows. Yep, bring on 3 more crossbows, and then let's go to the end of the day. All right, perhaps the toughest battle yet. It looks like there's only going to be a limited number of troops that are going to be here. I mean, I need to reorganize this entirely, to be honest. Right. Group 1 is crossbows. Crossbow group is looking very, very functional right now, to be honest. Let's get 2 troops down here. Let's get big bad boy right over here to do all the stuff himself. Yeah, you can have a buddy. 3 over there, 1 over there, 1 over there. Okay, good. And then what I think we're going to do, we're going to split the crossbow group into 2, and these are the sort of fast response units, right? So everybody has their own sort of designation, their own designated area. I'm going to be a bit more sensible, and instead of waiting, let's pull it back a little bit. There's no point in engaging out with the sort of tower attack range. Wait until we're in the tower attack range, and then fight. Crossbows, engage. I think we will help out over here with... Oh, what the heck is that? An ash slime. When destroyed, it splits into smaller slimes. Okay. The classic sort of like Minecraft thing. All right. We're okay with that, I think. We can cope. I will help out on the left flank with my spells. But I think we should be fine. There's a little bit of an incursion up at the top over here. Let's go and eliminate that. Yeah. So the only real issue is that my big soldier, my big boy soldier, he's not really a juicy enough target to attract a whole bunch of enemies, which is a bit of a shame. I have 7 food. I cannot believe that I've managed to bring back my food situation from being cataclysmic to not quite as bad. Wall resources, yep, yoink that right in there, please. Thank you. And a war barracks unlocks barracks to attack enemies within range. Okay, cool. So I guess that just means that these 2 barracks will work. Sure. Harvest health. I mean, is that really important? Not really. Explosive houses? Heck yeah, that's an upgrade that I can get behind. The problem is, though, is that my houses are all in the back line. Perform a ritual for an old healer. If we use gold wood, it'll make the undead... There's a bad air tonight. It'll make the undead stronger. Sure, I'll do the ritual. I mean, I have so many resources anyway. Right, it's time to spend. It's time to spend all of my resources on getting as many final adjustments to everything that I possibly can. Right, let's get command group 1. Get you out here. Let's merge this together. Control group 1. Excellent. You're going to come down here too. I think we're ready. Let's get... Oh, hold on. That's, Oh, that's crossbow. Your crossbow. You need to go over here, and you need to come down here. Yeah, so we got a really good crossbow force now. That's 3 swordsmen. Excellent. Okay, I think we're ready to finish the day. Oh, no, we're not ready to finish the day yet. One more crossbowman. Thank you. Looking good. And let's get all you assigned as number 1. Split you in twain. That's a little bit more even now. Is it? That's a little bit more even now. Okay. And then I think we'll be ready. Now, I've got to imagine that on the last day of this specific scenario anyway, day 10, we're going to be facing offensives from each and every post. And indeed, that looks to be the case. I'm going to reposition my crossbow units over here. But I think that's pretty much the only change that I'm going to make. Again, we want to try and hold everybody back right up to the wall. Right up to the wall. Well, maybe apart from you, to be honest. You can kind of just go. Time for you to move out as well. Okay. And now, it's in the hands of... It's in the hands of the computer. I will engage these creatures that are deciding to attack the wall, quite frankly. That's a bit rude, but it's fine. It's time for me to move... It's time for me to move these units over here. Yep. Yep. Go, 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 go. Get the birds, get the birds. They are being taken out by the towers. But we need to be super responsive to that. Retreat a little bit. Retreat a little bit. Make sure the crossbowmen do not engage properly. Fire, strike. Crossbows, get out of the way. There we go. Crossbows can seem to engage from within the walls anyway, so maybe that's where I should have put them all along. But then they wouldn't have the proper... Then they wouldn't have the proper utility. I think marching them around is a bit better. Right. Save our wall of fire for a significant... Hey, there we go. Get these troops involved. Yeah, save the wall of fire for basically right now. And then just throw it down. That is a really, really good... Really, really good ability. Because it stays for a long time. So, I don't know, you really feel like you get your money's worth. At least I do. Right, how did you end up over here? Not quite sure, but that's fine. Loads of towers. The towers are all doing a power work. Oh, yeah, they've all got inferno shots. They've all got flaming arrows now, which is great. 28 troops. This feels like a real sort of like critical mass. Let's move the... There we go. Move the crossbowmen into that position. That's not ideal because they'll just be able to move right through it. But frankly, we're still applying a lot of pressure on basically all fronts, which is what makes me very happy. There's a few deaths, but the people that are dying are coming straight back into the fight and being revived fully. I'll strike again. We're down to the last couple of enemies, which should take no time at all. It will all just be the slimes and all the different sort of permutations of slimes. Throw down our wall of fire there. Throw down a strike. Boom! We did it. Amazing. That was really, really good. I really enjoyed that. That was fantastic, fantastic fun. So we've unlocked Conqueror. We've also unlocked an additional level, apparently. And I think that there are a few different sort of buildings in here. I don't know. I haven't tested it yet. A settler's camp. See, that's brand new. Provides shelter for 3 villagers and provides an extra villager on an even number of days. That's kind of an interesting concept as opposed to sort of like a full-blown house. There's definitely, as I say, some other stuff that I haven't explored yet. But I think we're going to wrap things up right about there, ladies and gents. Yeah, really, quite a decent concept. I am very, very, very much enjoying what I see here. Kingdoms deck. Yeah, check it out. Link down in the description if indeed you're interested. Thank you ever so much for watching, folks. I've been Orbital Potato. I'll catch you next time. Bye.